The thing is, you know, like, talking about dressing up to me is so boring because I've been doing it for so long. It's just like, you know, it's embarrassing, really, because I have to say, oh, you know, I do this. I mean, the way I look now is, you know, is outrageous, but I've looked worse and more outrageous. I used to work as a printer, and I used to dress up, you know, and get on the train. And every morning I go to the same station, and the same people would giggle every day. And I used to think, well, God, they must be used to me now. You talk to People magazine, and they print on the cover, joke, freak, or pop genius, you know, and they consider that to be a compliment.
Is it a guy or is it a girl?
Or is it, you know, a mongoose from out of space, you know? It's all sort of all these descriptions. In fact, I think the worst descriptions of a pop star always come from the press, don't they? You know, they call me like an offspring of a gay Rastafarian pastry chef.
In case you haven't seen Boy George and are wondering what all the fuss is about, this is the way he dresses on stage and off. A preference for women's clothing and heavy makeup. In case you're wondering why anybody cares, it's because Culture Club is one of the best-selling bands in the world. And some fans are starting to dress like Boy George. Take a look at this press conference in Atlanta. Even some of the reporters came dressed for the occasion. And what do the other members of the group think of George's wardrobe?
George's image is like the toy you get in the cereal packet for the band, because not only do people like the music, thank you very much everyone, but also they have something to talk about, which is George. I mean, that's why George dresses up. I know, on a personal level, so there's something about him, something.
You've probably noticed most of the story on Culture Club has been about Boy George. It was the same at the news conference in Atlanta. Most of the questions were directed to George. Is this excessive attention a problem for the band?
Everybody in the band gets equal pay. Everybody makes exactly the same amount of money, and that was a decision we made from the beginning. Everybody earns exactly the same amount. And in that way, I mean, that's the main thing, that everybody feels like they're achieving financially.
The money's nice, but what about all those magazine covers that George gets?
Roy always says, oh, I thought we were all going to be on it. And I said, you'll just have to start wearing my makeup, Roy, you know, try harder.
As you see, Boy George can be campy, funny, and entertaining. But perhaps the biggest surprise from this young Englishman in a dress with the eyeshadow and lipstick is his broad appeal to middle America. He's made Culture Club's music popular with all ages, from grade schoolers to senior citizens.
Do you really want to make me cry?
And that's on the record. Now back to the Today Show in New York.